In this video, we are going to cover the view and action forms in more detail, especially how the action buttons work. So we're logged into the application design studio. I'm going to go to the application, the sales order application. And as we saw in the last video, it's very easy to create a new view action form. I'm not going to go into the details of how to import it, but you can select any JD Edwards application, any form name, click import, and it creates a new view action form. So I'm going to go in to the sales order detail, which is already created, already imported, right? And we're going to discuss this action button, which is extremely powerful in terms of how you can do a lot of different things from within the view action form. So as you can see, there's one action button here. Let me drop another one. So what you can do is you can go in there. Obviously, you can change the name of the button. Let's say I want to call it track. Now, there are certain things you can do. You can make it visible on the view action form. You can select what you want to do with it. So you can select JD Edwards Enterprise 1. In this case, you can specify any JD Edwards application form in the version, and you can select either a create or the update action. The other extremely powerful option is to invoke any orchestration through this form. So I can select any of the orchestrations that are available in my JD Edwards instance. And when I select any one of them, it shows me all the fields that orchestration is expecting. And I can select any form field on the view action form right here. If I close this and show you, so all the fields that are here, they become available to be mapped to my orchestration. So I can select and map out any of my form fields here. So let me select another one here. And I can select my order number, my order company, whichever way I want to map it more appropriately. I'm just giving an example here. These are not an appropriate mapping, but you kind of get an idea of what I'm trying to do here. You can also create some variable fields just so that we want to pass certain information. So maybe I can pass a label here, give it a value, or maybe let me select a text box. So let me select a text input here. I can give it a default selected value. Let's say I want to pass 35. I don't show it on the application. I just keep it an invisible field. Now this is going to be available for me to pass it on to the orchestration. Now I can pass this new variable that I created, the placeholder label, and that can be mapped out to any of the orchestration inputs. So now when I invoke this application, so let me show you this. So when I click on the order info, I'm going to have that track button available. When I click on the track button, that should pass on all the fields that I mapped to it and then invoke the orchestration. So here you can see this orchestration got invoked. There was a whitelist failure from the orchestration because the field mapping wasn't appropriate, obviously, but you kind of get the idea. Similarly, the same action button works really nicely on my phone as well. So I'm going to show you the order one where I've got that button mapped out right here. I can click on it. It's going to invoke the orchestration, and it should show me the appropriate error right here. Similarly, the same thing works on the tablet. So this is how you create these action buttons. And the third option that you have with these, two more options in fact you have with these action buttons, you can also call any other third-party system. This is where it gets really, really powerful, that you can call any REST API, any external application, either a CRM application or any cloud-based application or even the on-prem application that supports the REST API. You can also call the URL. For example, you want to show a Google map and then pass certain parameters to that Google map. you can do all of that. So this is extremely powerful stuff that we have with these action buttons inside of the view action forms. And we also covered in the last video that how easy it is to map these view action forms to the grid. That's something we already covered. Thank you for watching. Take care.